Hi everyone, welcome back to Filmy Fool. This is that one place where we talk all things pop culture. Today I'm talking about a comic book, and this one is a very special comic book because it's from the most unlikely of sources. This one is called Made Like a Gun. That's the name of the comic series, and issue 1 is out. Issue 1 is called Never Outgunned. Made Like a Gun, Never Outgunned by none other than Royal Enfield. The brand has various stories to tell, and logical at one hand but outrageous at the other, because for a mainstream automobile brand to talk serious comic book stuff is unprecedented. And when I say serious comic book stuff, I mean it, and you'll get to know this in a minute when I get down and show you what we are talking about. This is Made Like a Gun issue 1, Never Outgunned. It's a limited edition, hardcover limited edition. And why I said this is serious comic book business, because of the level of art and the level of lettering and coloring. As you can see here, this is mainline comic book stuff. This is not a brand trying to flex their muscle, creating a marketing gimmick and saying it's a comic book. No, this is mainstream comic book. This is unbelievable because the level of quality that this book contains is fantastic, and it can only get better from here. The team behind this is Anirudh Singh, who's the writer of this comic book. He's done work with Holy Cow Comics in the past. He's the creator of Shaitan. He's worked on Agori as well. Those are some critically acclaimed comic books. Apart from Anirudh, you have a team of illustrator and colorist. Illustrator is Tadam Gaidu. He's a illustrator with Marvel Comics. Spider-Man India comics that you see, done by Tadam Gaidu. And the colorist and letterist is Prasada Rao, lovingly known as Pressy. He in fact works with DC Comics, and he's known for the last couple of Superman covers that you would have seen going around. One more aspect of this comic book is the fact that it's been printed by Replica and it's published by HarperCollins. You can see that right here. So HarperCollins is collaborating with Royal Enfield on this. With those kind of names behind, you would obviously have a product that is absolutely top notch. And Royal Enfield is not holding back any punches. This is just issue 1, as it says. So hopefully we can look at seeing more issues, and it'll just get better from here. I'm going to get into details of this comic book in a second. Made Like a Gun is set in a dystopian world where there is an eternal war between the rebels and the Empire. The two factions have been at loggerheads for a really long time. The key protagonist in this world is Major Laxman Ganasekaran. There is possibly an Easter egg there in the name. It's called Made Like a Gun, and the protagonist is Major Laxman Ganasekaran, MLG. Gunnar is not part of any of the factions. He is a nice guy on two wheels. Like the saying goes, you meet the nicest guys on two wheels. He's one of them, and he does have a past. His character gets a lot of layers and depth from that past. I said that this is a very good starting point and things can only get better from here, because the way this is written by Anirudh, it sets such a strong base for things to come. There is so much potential in this world. Yes, it does pay homages to various sci-fi / dystopian stories out there, but then you can't really have a true dystopian story that does not do that. Today, it is bound to happen, and I love the fact that there is, I'm going to show you guys in a sec, there is a panel which is actually one of my favorite panels here, a panel which is a Akira slide. This is homage to Akira, and it's beautifully done. I'm going to get down to the illustrations and the coloring and lettering in a bit, but just to talk about how this is being written, the lead protagonist is very strong. Along with that, the support protagonist, who's not really a support character, is Sasha, who's the woman in this story that Gunnar is trying to help. I said that she's not a support character because of the background for Sasha as well, and that is revealed right at the fag end on the last panel, or definitely the last page of this comic book, as to why that is. And very interesting. That's why I said there is so much potential in this world, in these characters to be built on. Now, getting down to Tadam's art, he is a magician when it comes to his artwork. It is such precise artwork, and it is so damn layered and so natural at the same point. Each of his characters, you can see the emotions popping out of those panels. You can feel those panels. That's how his art is. The sketching that he's done is beautifully detailed, and there are certain pages here which just have a sketch and maybe some panels with inking as well, like the one that I just showed you. But there is a pure play sketched panel as well, and that's what it is. So it's beautifully detailed. Tadam's art is fantastic. It builds this world so damn well that you can imagine every aspect of this world, and you can really see this world living and breathing in front of you as you turn these pages around. And that's not just because of Tadam's art, it's because how Pressy colors those art pieces and really puts life into them. Pressy's coloring is so damn beautiful and so remarkable that the way he plays with shadows and light is a thing of beauty. Now, I don't think it's visible here, but the way you see shadow and light in this panel, it is fantastic. The kind of depth that he's able to create here. Look at this curtain, the lantern and the curtain and the shadows here and the shadowy figure here as well as here. And just the mood of this room, you can feel that as you read it. That's the level of detail that these guys have gone to. And not only that, every motion panel, like you see the tank here, the boom of the tank is slightly pixelated. And the one that I was showing you earlier, but before that, this is a motion panel with the bike riding shot, and then the Akira slide. Each of these panels, as you can see, there is a slight blurring towards the edges, and that's to show motion, that's to show action. So it is a deliberate attempt to keep some bit of blurring, some bit of pixelation there in the coloring, and Pressy is just magical when it comes to this. It's beautifully done, as well as the cover. When you have this kind of a storyline, the potential of this world, as well as this detail of characters available, these such delightfully interesting characters from Gunnar and Sasha, along with Adam's art and Pressy's coloring, as well as lettering. I have to talk about the lettering as well. These are all hand lettered pages. So you can actually see the fact that this is hand lettered. There's so much of effort that's gone into creating this comic book. That's why I said it's unprecedented for a mainstream automobile brand, a two-wheeler brand, or any brand for that matter, a mainstream brand who's not from this industry, to go in and do this is mind-boggling. They haven't stopped there. As you can see, I'm wearing a t-shirt. This is a collaboration of Royal Enfield with Urban Monkey, and they have come out with a MLG collection, which is based on this comic book, and really livens up even further some of the panels that you see on the comic book. It's a fantastic collection. Some of these are still out there. You can buy that on Urban Monkey. I'm gonna drop a link in my description so you can check that out. Coming back to the comic, with all of these things, this is a must-have. If you are a fan of Royal Enfield brand, if you're a fan of comic books, if you're just a collector, this is a limited edition. It was available originally only at Motoverse, the festival for Royal Enfield that happens in Goa in November. That's where this was released, that's where it was dropped, and it was only available there. But as luck would have it, there are a few more copies. I think they just have about 500 odd copies. It's going to be available exclusively on Crossword. I'm going to drop the link in the description so you can go ahead and buy this. Again, I'm stressing this once more. If you're a fan of comic books, you should be having this. If you're a collector, you should definitely be having this. And if you're a fan of motorcycling and brand Royal Enfield, you really should be owning this. Only 500 odd pieces available, so you need to be very quick. As soon as this goes live on Crossword, buy it, keep it, cherish it. It is a fantastic comic book and something that will be built on. I'm very sure there is far too much potential here to let it go just with one issue. It doesn't get bigger than this, guys. The only thing that's bigger than all of this is the fact that I was able to get Tadam to draw and sign this copy for me. I caught hold of him at one of the Comic Cons. This was Comic Con Delhi, and it's available in one of my reels earlier. You can check that out. He's done this live. Beautiful. This is Gunnar. This is Gunnar. So you see this. He's done this live at Comic Con and he signed it for me. Thank you so much, Tadam, and the entire team, Anirudh, Pressy, thank you. This is absolutely brilliant stuff. Can't wait for more of these issues to come out. Guys, Made Like a Gun, issue 1, Never Outgunned, is going to be exclusively available on Crossword. Go ahead, check it out. The collaboration for merchandise, t-shirts, caps, all of these is available with Urban Monkey on the Urban Monkey website. This is Filmy Fool, where we talk all things pop culture. If you have finally been able to get your hands on this comic book, let me know what you think. If you haven't been able to, hard luck, you'll just have to wait for the next issue to come out. Drop in your comments and let me know if you'd like me to talk about any other comic books that might be your favorite, the ones that I missed out on, or any ones that you are looking forward to reading. Would love to know. Until next time, guys, take care and keep liking, sharing, subscribing. That's very important. Filmy Fool saying bye-bye.